Hello, my name is Isis. Today I'm analyzing how the creature from Frankenstein represents a form of monstrosity that still exists in contemporary society. The monster who is judged entirely by appearance. My project connects the creature's treatment in the film to modern beauty standards, including the rise of looks-maxing culture and the way beauty industries increasingly target younger audiences. To begin, the creature in Frankenstein embodies the idea of being monstrous because of physical appearance. From the moment he opens his eyes, Victor recoils in horror. At around the 27-minute mark of the film, Victor calls him hideous and a mistake, rejecting him instantly. Later, when the creature tries to approach villagers, they scream, run, and attack him at the 42-minute mark. Not because he has harmed anyone, but because his face violates their expectations of what a normal human should look like. Even when he speaks of vulnerability, saying, I was born in hatred, at the 1 hour 15-minute mark, society refuses to see him as anything other than a threat. His monstrosity is not inherent, it is assigned to him by people around him. This same form of monstrosity appears today through modern beauty standards. In our society, people are judged often harshly, based on how closely they match a narrow, idealized image of beauty. Anyone who falls outside of that standard can be treated as less worthy, less desirable, or even less human. With social media filters, smooth skin, reshaped noses, enlarged eyes, and even erasure of natural features. Cosmetic surgery advertisements often frame normal traits like wrinkles, asymmetry, or body fat as problems that need fixing. And influencer culture constantly promotes edited, curated images that simply imply perfection as the baseline. Just like the creature, people today are judged first by appearance, and their humanity becomes secondary to how well they fit the ideal. One of the clearest modern parallels to the creature's experience is the rise of looks-maxing, an online movement that encourages people, especially young men, increasingly young women, to optimize their appearance through extreme routines, cosmetic procedures, and rigid beauty rules. Looks-maxing communities often promote the idea that your value is determined entirely by your face and body, echoing the creature's experience from being reduced to its physical form. These spaces frequently use large language, rating systems, and improvement checklists that frame natural features as flaws. The creature is treated the same way, as a collection of defects rather than a person. This modern monster is represented everywhere in media and popular culture. On TikTok and Instagram, beauty filters create faces that are physically impossible: poreless skin, exaggerated proportions, and digitally altered bone structures. These images teach viewers that their real faces are flawed. Cosmetic surgery ads promote transformation, selling insecurity as a medical condition. Looks maxing content often includes before and after photos, jaw enhancement tutorials, and symmetry hacks, reinforcing the idea that natural faces are unacceptable. In film and television, characters who are conventionally attractive are often portrayed as good, successful, and lovable, while characters who are not used as villains, jokes, or cautionary examples. Even news coverage reinforces these ideas by praising glow-ups as normal improvements or shaming people who let themselves go. All these examples construct the imperfect body as something undesirable, something to be corrected, or something to be feared. Another important factor is how aggressively beauty culture targets younger audiences. Filters are used by children as young as 8. Cosmetic clinics advertise preventative Botox to teenagers. Influencers promote skincare routines that cost hundreds of dollars, telling young viewers that aging is failure. Even looks-maxing communities have begun attracting minors, teaching them that their worth depends on achieving a specific facial structure. This mirrors the creature's experience. He is judged before he has a chance to grow, learn, or define himself. Young people today are taught to fear their natural development, just as the creature is punished for the body that he was given. So why is this figure viewed as threatening? Beauty standards tap into deep cultural fears. Fear of imperfection, fear of aging, fear of difference, and fear of losing control over how others see us. Our society is terrified of anything that reveals vulnerability or natural change. The imperfect face becomes a symbol of what people are afraid to confront: that bodies change and that perfection is impossible, and that we cannot fully control how we are perceived. Industries profit from these fears, encouraging amplify their experience. Looks maxing intensifies these anxieties by framing appearance as survival strategies, as if failing to meet beauty standards will result in social death. In this way, modern monsters are constructed through anxiety, the fear if we do not look a certain way, we will be rejected, excluded, or judged. The creature embodies these same anxieties, becoming a physical representation of everything society wants to avoid. What this reveals about contemporary culture is that we equate beauty with value. We treat appearance as a shortcut for judging good character. Our culture prioritizes perfection, control, and marketability over authenticity and humanity. The way the imperfect body is portrayed shows that we are more comfortable with curated illusions rather than human variation. It also reveals how deeply capitalism shapes our fears. Companies profit when we believe we're never good enough. In Frankenstein, Victor's ambition is driven by a desire to transcend natural limits. And in our world, beauty culture pushes people to do the same, to chase an ideal that is always out of reach. Finally, is the monster actually monstrous? In both film and contemporary society, the answer is no. The creature is not monstrous. He is kind, curious, and capable of deep emotion. His violence emerges only after repeated rejection and abuse. Similarly, people who do not fit beauty standards or who are targeted by looks maxing culture are simply human beings with bodies of perfect natural diversity. They are not dangerous or morally inferior because of how they look. The real monster is the system that judges them, the cultural gaze that dehumanizes difference, the industries that profit from insecurity, and the social norms that punish imperfection. Monstrosity is not in the individual, it is in the society that refuses to see their humanity. Thank you.